Hello, everyone. My name is Stacey O'Connor, and I am the undergraduate recruiting specialist for the Beacom School of Business. First of all, I am excited that you joined tonight. Welcome. Before we get started, I want to share a little bit of information about the Beacom School of Business. The Beacom School of Business is the flagship business school in the state of South Dakota. We are accredited by AACSB and have been continuously since 1949. AACSB accreditation is the highest accreditation there is for business schools. The Beacom School of Business is known for its high-quality learning experiences, high-quality faculty, student success, and affordability. I am thrilled that you are considering the Beacom School of Business. Now on to tonight's feature, the student panel. Our goal this evening is to help you learn more about the Beacom School of Business from those who know it best, our students. They will share their perspectives on their classes, majors, and schools to help you better understand what it's like to be a student at USC. To start, we're going to go around the room and have each student introduce themselves. So students, I'm going to ask you to say your first and last name, hometown, major and minor, student organization involvement, future plans including internship and career, and tell us your favorite place to eat in Vermilion, or tell us something that no one knows about you. So we're going to start with Mariah.
Perfect. My name is Mariah Larson. I'm from Vermilion, South Dakota, so it's not too far from here. My major is marketing. I had an internship this summer at Norris and Schermann, which I really liked, and I'm not positive what I want to do after I graduate. I am a senior this year, but I would love to be invited back there if that's a possibility. On campus, I am the Vice President of American Marketing Association and the Student Media Board, and I'm also the Involvement Coordinator on the Dakota Days Executive Board, and involved in Alpha Phi, Colleges Against Cancer, and Dakotathon. My favorite place to eat in Vermilion is probably Cafe Brulee or Mexico Viejo, which I just came from. I just love them both.
All right, thank you, Mariah. Next, we'll hear from Bruce.
All right, hello, my name is Bruce Biegler. I'm from Timber Lake, South Dakota. I'm a finance major and entrepreneurship minor. I'm involved in a few different organizations here in the Beacom School as well as some outside. I'm the vice president of Kayla Capital Management, and I'm also involved in Pi Sigma Epsilon and the Financial Management Association here in the Beacom School of Business. Outside, I'm also involved in the Phi Delta Theta fraternity as well as Colleges Against Cancer and some other smaller organizations. My future plans involve moving to Salt Lake City, Utah, where I will take up my career with Goldman Sachs Investment Bank. And my favorite place to eat in Vermilion is Asian buffet.
All right, thank you, Bruce. And next we're going to hear from Brittany.
All right, my name is Brittany. Schermann, Norris, recently married. I'm from Mobile, Iowa, majoring in accounting. My student organizations are Beta Alpha Psi, which is an accounting fraternity, the National Society of Leadership and Success. I'm very involved with housing, and then Dean's Ambassadors. My future plans, I plan to get my MPA through USC. Sit for my CPA exam and then become a public accountant. I have a spring internship with KPMG, one of the big four accounting firms, and a summer internship with RSM. And my favorite place to eat is Mexico Viejo.
All right, thank you, Brittany. And next we'll hear from Muhammad.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali Suria. I'm originally from Karachi, Pakistan, and I'm a senior accounting major. At USD, I'm involved in a couple student organizations. Like Bruce, I'm involved in Kayla Capital Management as the financial sector leader and the risk manager. I'm also part of the Beacom Consulting Group, student government. I founded the Outdoors Club and the Association for the Advancement of Women's Rights. My future plans, I'd like to go to New York and work at a private equity firm in the future when I graduate. And my favorite place to eat in Vermilion would be Mr. Smith's. You have to try their breakfast. It's great.
I love that place. All right, thank you. And next we'll hear from Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla Wyffels. I'm from Marshall, Minnesota, and I'm majoring in marketing. I did an internship last summer at Lawrence & Schiller also on the Consumer Insights team, and in the future I hope to get my MBA and work in marketing operations. So my favorite place, or what I'm involved in on campus, is American Marketing Association and Beta Gamma Sigma. And then my favorite place to eat in town is probably Little Italy's.
All right, thank you, Kayla. And last is Carrie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Carrie Wintle. I'm from Iroquois, South Dakota. I'm double majoring in math and accounting with a minor in finance. I'm involved in Beta Alpha Psi, which is an accounting organization on campus and in the Beacom School of Business. And I'm also involved with Dakotathon, which raises money each year for Children's Miracle Network and Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. My future plans: this past summer, for about a month in August, I was able to intern with KPMG in Ireland. So that was a great experience. And I also have another internship with KPMG Omaha in the spring of 2017, where I will do a tax internship with them. Next fall, I hope to attend graduate school to get my MPA, sit for the CPA following that, and then go into public accounting after that. My favorite restaurant in Vermilion is Cafe Brûlée.
Good choice. All right, thank you very much. Now, let's get started on some different questions. Mariah, we're going to start with you again. So tell us why you chose USC.
Well, like I said before, I'm from Vermilion, so I wanted to stay kind of close to home. And as lame as that might sound, I've never been on the USC campus before I came here, so it's been nice that it's a different community than the actual community. But I knew that the whole town and the atmosphere I really liked, and I've heard almost all good things about USC. I also really wanted to be involved in organizations on campus because I was in high school, and there's been a ton of opportunities to do that, so I really, really enjoyed everything about it.
Great, thank you. So Bruce, tell us why you chose to go to school at the Beacom School of Business.
Well, obviously, the University of South Dakota is a very great university, but I would say the business school is probably the staple of this university. And just looking at the other area business schools, the Beacom School of Business really takes the cake. At such an affordable price, you can't get better bang for your buck.
Great, thank you. So Brittany, how did you pick which student organizations to get involved in? Do you like them, and why?
Okay, so when I first came to USC, they said pick an organization for your major and then pick one for pleasure. So I picked Beta Alpha Psi obviously because my major in the National Society of Leadership in Success because they both are academic and have to do with my major. But then I picked housing because I lived there. I lived in housing for 3 years, so I wanted to improve it, help out, and do the best that I could do within housing. I really enjoy all the activities I'm in. They keep me very busy. And yeah, it's really fun on campus. You get very involved, you meet a lot of friends and people through the organizations that you're in.
Cool. All right, thank you. Muhammad, what is your favorite part about the Beacom School of Business?
One of my favorite parts about the Beacom School of Business would be the faculty, really. The class sizes are pretty small. I'd say there are about 15 to 20 kids once you get into the upper level classes, and the professors know your name. You can go into their office, talk about school, or even personal things, get career advice, and they're more than happy to help guide you and kind of impart their wisdom on you so you can do better. And I think that's truly a unique place.
Perfect. All right, thanks. So Kayla, how did you get your internship?
Yeah, so the professors here are really great about giving examples of what you can do for internships coming up. So for me, I heard about the internship that I did from one of my professors, and he recommended that I go and apply for it. So I did, and then you go and you sit in a big room and you talk to a bunch of different people for the first round of the review process, and then the second round is just a one-on-one interview, and then they award internships based off of that. So it was a very interesting experience overall.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like it. Carrie, tell us how you picked your major.
When I first came to USC, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't declare a major at all. I kind of just dove in, took a lot of different classes, one of which was a calculus class. And that's how I ended up majoring in math, first of all. I loved my math teacher, and so I picked that as my first major. But as I got into my more math classes, I really decided that I didn't want to be a teacher, and I didn't want to go into actuary, and I didn't want to go into research. So I wanted something that would make me more marketable and give me a lot of opportunities in my career. And so I decided to pursue a career in business and I looked into Beacom School of Business, and I didn't really pick a major right away. I first looked into finance, but then decided it was a little too gray. Everything wasn't like quite as black and white as it is in accounting, and so eventually I ended up as an accounting major, still keeping the math major as well with the finance minor.
Thanks. You don't hear that every day. Not everybody likes math that much. All right. Mariah, are business school classes really hard compared to high school classes?
Well, they are, but they aren't. They're just different, I guess I would say, more than anything. Like Carrie said, she's really good at math. That's not exactly my strong suit, and obviously there's quite a bit of math in most of the business classes. So that's been something that I've definitely gotten better at. But as far as them being hard, I don't think that they're necessarily difficult. They do take a little bit more time and work. But our professors usually, they really want us to do well, and they'll push you to do well. We have one that does marketing for us, and he really pushes you to do your best. He wants you to go above and beyond to make sure you're doing all the research that you can and really actually understanding the material.
Great. All right, Bruce. So what are some tips to be a successful business student?
I'd recommend everyone, as soon as you step on campus, to really get involved. As you can see from all of our introductions, we're all involved in a bunch of different student organizations, whether they're related to our academic career or just related to our personal interests. But that's really how you meet people. That's how you make connections. That's how you make the most out of your college experience. And just don't be afraid to ask questions in class. Ask your professors. Ask upperclassmen for help on homework assignments and such. Just don't be afraid to ask. Just be social, and you'll have a good college career.
Perfect. All right. Brittany, tell us something that surprised you about the Beacom School of Business.
Okay, so I would say what surprised me was that USD is such a big campus. Well, there's more people here than, say, Morningside or a smaller school near. But the B School is such a tight-knit community. The professors are all friends. They really get to know you as a person, and then you really get to know the people in your class. You become really good friends with the people that have the same major as you, and even students that are in the same classes with you, because you all have the same core classes. It's nice to have a community where you guys all know each other.
That is nice. Muhammad, what tips should I know about going to school at USC?
One of the biggest tips that I could give from my personal experience, during finals week, do not go to the library to study. It will always be packed. You won't find room. Instead, there are a lot better spots. For example, I personally like to come to the Beacom School to study. I've left the school at 4 in the morning multiple times during finals week without a single person to disturb me. So don't go to the library if you're in finals week.
That's a great tip. Kayla, what is one of the most important details you need to know in order to have a great experience in college?
Well, I think that there's a lot of important details, but I would say that the main one would be when you get here, first get involved on campus, join as many organizations as you want, as many people have said already, and then also get to know people. I mean, it can be kind of intimidating to go to a college campus and have all these people that you've never met before, but just get to know as many as possible because it just makes it feel more like home. And then third of all, I guess, get to know your professors because it is a smaller school, but it doesn't always feel like that. But your professors really do care and they do want to get to know you, and it makes your college experience a better one.
And you can use them as references down the road. Really important. Yeah, that's good. So Carrie, what would you say is the biggest difference between high school and college?
For me, I guess I can only speak to personal experience. But for me, it was the fact that I was not living with my family anymore or like around my parents as much. My parents were always like a huge support system for me, and they still are to this day. But it's so different to go from seeing them every day, talking about your problems, hugging them even, to coming here and not being able to do that and just talking on the phone. So regardless, really, whatever your support system is or whoever you rely on for support, I think that the biggest difference that you have to adjust to is the fact that that person may not be there just right next to you when you need them when you come to school. So it's a little bit of an adjustment, but one that can be adjusted to given time.
All right, thank you. So those are all of the questions that I had prepared. Now I'm going to open it up to our audience. If you have questions, please type them in the box in the chat section in the lower left-hand side of your screen. And while I wait to, oh, there's actually already a question. So what is the best thing about the dorm? Brittany, I think that's a good question for you.
Yeah, I would say the community. So I lived in the dorms for 3 years. I was an RA for 2 of them and a freshman, my obviously freshman year. But it was great. You leave the doors open. You all get to know each other. You really become really good friends with those people. Like my 2 maids of honor lived on my floor. So you really get to know the people around you, and I'd say that's the best thing about living in the dorms. It's just all the people that live there and all the fun you have on the weekends and stuff.
Does anybody have anything to add? No? Did you all live in the dorm? Yeah?
Yeah. I definitely recommend living in the dorms at least your first year.
Yeah. And why?
That's how you get to know people.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Any other questions? If you think of any questions, go ahead and type them in the box. And while we wait, I've got a question. Let's see. So, Brittany, I think I'm just calling on you, but I can maybe open it up to somebody else. So, Muhammad, what would you say your favorite class has been at the Beacom School of Business?
Favorite class? That's a tough one. Personally, I'd like to say my favorite class was money and banking. It's an economics class, and I'm a big finance guy. I loved it. I fought the financial crisis. I watched The Big Short, the whole movies. I watch it at least once a month, by the way. But so that class actually walked you through the entire, like, what happened with the financial crisis, getting to see it, how the Federal Reserve System works, how the banks operate, and that's something I'm interested in, getting to see that and then relate it back to real life about things that happen. I thought that was pretty cool.
Anything else, or anyone else want to answer that? What is your guys' favorite class in the Beacom School?
I'll say mine. So my favorite class is actually like probably one of my hardest classes in the Beacom School. It was Intermediate Accounting 1 and 2. I had Jason Porter for that class actually, and I can say that now that it was my favorite class, now that I'm done. While I was taking it, probably not the same feeling. But the thing about it is he really pushes you to learn. He doesn't let you just skate by. And so I actually felt like I learned something. I felt like it was worth my while. And I really liked that about the class and the way he taught it. So he taught it in a flipped classroom style to where in class we did projects and classwork, different things like that, to where we can personally ask him questions. And then outside of class, we were tasked with watching. And so I just really enjoyed the class overall.
All right, cool. Anyone else want to say their favorite class?
Mine was legal environment. It wasn't so much the class, but the teacher. And you'll find that when you come to college, you'll find a teacher that you really like, and then you'll just take classes from them to take classes from them. So a lot of my electives. But it was taught by Tyler Custis, and he's a great teacher. He gets really into his lectures, and it's really just fun to sit in class and listen to him. He tells you not even to take notes, to just listen, because you'll get more out of it listening to him go on rants and stuff than you do actually taking notes. That was fun.
Well, I think that must be all of the questions. If anyone's got a question, now is your opportunity to ask. Maybe, do you guys have any last advice that you'd give high school students at this point? Like what would you say, or what would you, as far as, you know, maybe searching for colleges, or is there anything you wish you would have known as a high school student? And now you know as a college student, and you think, somebody should have told me that.
You know, sometimes going to the fanciest school or the most expensive private school is not always the best case. You just got to look at what the school can provide you, and so if it can provide you with a good job after college, that's really all you ask for.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, if you look at just a couple of USD business majors right now, for example, Bruce was at Goldman Sachs in Salt Lake City. There were students from top schools around the nation. I was in New York at Deloitte and Touche. There were some top students from top schools on the East Coast. Another student was at Credit Suisse. Like, there's great opportunities here, and necessarily going to a big brand name school won't provide you with those opportunities. Like, schools like USD can do the same, if not more. So definitely take that into consideration.
And you'll have a lot less debt.
Yeah, a lot less debt.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. Well, I guess I'd like to thank you all for joining today, and we would like to stay in touch with you. So connect with us on social media, visit usc.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit soon. Our campus is beautiful. I'd love to meet with you one-on-one. Also, stay tuned for more information about upcoming webinars. With the Beacom School of Business, we're going to have webinars with faculty, advisors, and staff. Go Young!